Absolute scenes in Munich. Champions League semi-final. The euphoria from yesterday's beautiful representation of world football carries over to the Champions League semi-final. Atletico Madrid emerged victorious 2-1. They go through on away goals. They were the underdogs. Don't let that fool you. Their defensive stability and all that included. They were the underdogs, but they emerged victorious. Bayern Munich fall to Atleti, who prove once more that good defenses, or as Americans call it, defenses, can win championships. So they go through to the Champions League final. The Madrid team remains supreme, and I did not mean to make that rhyme, but we'll go forward. Typical Maxwell on matchday fashion, I'm going to break it into a couple of categories. Now, I don't hate Kingsley Coman, but his name rhymes with Griezmann at the end. So are you a Griezmann? Or are you a Co-man? And what I mean is, do you have the final product, that extra oomph that allows you to get over that hurdle? Because Kingsley Coman's just one minor example, but Bayern Munich, a team rife with quality, could not get the ball past the first man when it came to the dying stages of the game, or when it came to making crucial passes in the game. And I will get to that as we go forward, but the main category are the main reason for those categories, should I say, is the fact that the final product for Bayern Munich was lacking, represented by their wide right midfielder, Kingsley Coman, who could not get a ball into the box if his life depended on it. So to start things off, talking you through this game, because so much was involved, I have to give you a break-by-break example of what happened. And if you can go and get the highlights, they're just going to show you the goals. They're not going to tell you the ins and outs of what you need to know about the beautiful game. I will tell you that right here. Xabi Alonso free kick. Architect was Vidal, basically saying, hit me, mate. Hit me. I'm going to move out the way. You're going to find a gap, hit this area. And Xabi Alonso, as accurate as he is with his pings, found that exact gap, took a deflection. Bayern Munich off to a great start. Then things went from bad to worse for Atletico Madrid. Jimenez, manhandling in the box, gives a penalty away. Manhandles his Javi Martinez, gives a penalty kick away. But Thomas Müller, arguably one of the most reliable footballers. I would trust him with my beloved dog, who you guys know I love so much, just to watch her week in, week out, because he is a reliable man. A little goofy as well, so I'm sure he'd have some fun. With a penalty about as tame as this, oh, I'll just have a blue wicked, mate. That's the type of result. That's what his penalty was like. Someone that says that on a Saturday night, a tame penalty that was just turned away by Oblak. So happy to say, thanks for that, mate. I'm a good goalkeeper, but you didn't really need to make me work. Penalties, and a poorer penalty as that, it will prove to be consistent as we get to the latter stages of the game, to say the least. But then Griezmann, typical Atleti counter-attack. But how and why were they able to cut through Bayern Munich so easily? I will tell you why, because it's often overlooked. People will say, it was beautiful. Atletico Madrid turned over the ball, quick counter-attack, and they managed to find their way into the back of the net. That's a little bit bullshit. It's a little bit true, but also a little bit bullshit. And the reason why is because Boateng would be let off if that was your reason for them scoring. He had a disastrous pass, which goes along with my common category of horrendous final product. Gives it straight to Atletico Madrid. And then, as if he was a dog chasing a bone, runs straight for the ball. And he just leaves his open gap at the back, this position where he's supposed to occupy it as a centre-back. The ball's turned over, and then Atletico Madrid, with all the quality they have, including Fernando Torres, who has well and truly got back to a very effective place in the footballing world, plays through Griezmann, slight calls of offside, inches you may say, or centimetres. I always like to give the referees the benefit of the doubt. There were some bad calls in there, trust me, as we will get to. But Griezmann is cool and collective, and that is a Griezmann-like finish, slotting it home to bring Atleti back into the tie, meaning that Bayern Munich would need 2 goals to go through extra time, was eliminated at that point. Then Lewandowski, proving that a Wimbledon-esque tactic has a place in the Champions League semi-final. Long ball, mate, launch it into the box, headed back across, and Lewandowski was there to put the ball into the back of the net, and the Pole waved away with celebrations, but understood there was more to be done, grabbing the ball, and Bayern Munich would go again. But Atletico Madrid, if there's any team in the world that I would trust to withstand the pressure that Bayern Munich would put on at the end of the game, it's Atletico Madrid. And tensions could have been removed if Fernando Torres, who hasn't gone full Jon Snow yet, he's not fully back from the dead, he shows slight signs of weakness when he is fouled outside the box by Javi Martinez, but the referee, being consistent with some atrocious calls, gives them a penalty kick, gives them it gives them the weapon to put that final dagger into Bayern Munich. but Torres misses it. Another horrendous penalty. This height, where the goalkeeper, I'm just saying this because I'm a little bit off the deck, this height here is perfect height for a goalkeeper. They just need to literally fall by the side, especially when you're a huge man like Manuel Neuer, and he just palms it away. And Torres, did you not just learn from what Thomas Müller just did? Hit it low and hard, mate. Put your foot right through the ball. This side foot finish just isn't working in this game, and he was obviously left licking his wounds, and he's lucky at the end because Bayern Munich had a couple of chances at the very end to potentially get themselves back into it. One goal would have been enough for them to go back through, but they continued to pound at the door, and in typical Gandalf fashion, Oblak was like, you shall not pass. Even though he was given, I would say, an easy run. An Alaba shot was deflected that he was able to turn away, but Kingsley Coman, every single time that ball was drifted into the back post, he was open. Philip Luis, I don't know what he was doing. He was leaving him open, and he was so lucky that Coman's final product was as efficient as Jason Rubin's chat-up lines on a Saturday night. They were horrendous. What was going on? Every time drilling it right into the face of his opponent, or he put it over the bar, just hit it low and hard with pace in the box. And the one time he did do it, it deflected its way, and it fell to Alaba at the edge of the box. Not enough, I would say, quality for Bayern Munich at the end. That's where you need an Arjen Robben to cut into his left foot. That's where he would have been, that missing piece in order to get Bayern Munich back into the game. Slight controversy at the end with Diego Simeone giving an old kind of hesitant push on the fourth official or the timekeeper, one of which I don't think he will get off lightly. I hope he's not suspended for the final. I think that would be harsh. But he is obviously facing punishment in La Liga. I think he has to watch himself there. But he is the fire and passion that drives this Atletico machine forward. So I would hate to see him have to miss out on another Champions League final. Who will they meet? That is going to come to you tomorrow, Manchester City versus Real Madrid. You don't want to go anywhere else for the analysis, breaking it down, typical Maxwell and Matchday fashion. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. In your life, do you have a Griezmann-like finish or are you a Coman-like finish that just can't seem to get over that final hurdle? Let me know what you think. Comment section below. As always, QIT Sports, Francis_Maxwell on Twitter, Francis Maxwell Host on Instagram. You won't get any better pinstripe suits over there.